What's good, everybody? Nate Dizzy here, and I just wanted to make a quick video on how to properly throw grenades in Onward. This is a very helpful tip, probably the most helpful thing I could think of in terms of, how you do things that's basically not game knowledge, just it's more technique and skill. We'll do this pretty quickly. It's more of a visual thing, so I'm going to put it up on screen exactly how to do this, but essentially it works like this. In real life, obviously, it's much harder in most cases to control the directionality of the smoke grenade or of anything that you throw. You're going to have some spin and stuff, but it's a lot easier to do in Onward. So if you line up the top of the grenade with the direction that you want to throw it, i.e. like the top of the grenade should be facing right as you throw it, and if you want it to land right, and left if you want it to land left, then it will actually stay like that in midair. So, and thus land as long as the surface is flat in that direction. So I'll go ahead and show that, and you can accomplish a lot with this technique. So go ahead and test it out, try it out. It's very easy. Once you know exactly how to do it, then it's easy to do. And you can go on to line up all sorts of awesome smokes that can allow you to move along the map. This is very important in Onward, so don't take it for granted that that you should be using your utility properly. So here's a few examples of exactly the ways that you can use this, and yeah, let's take a look. Okay, so the first example is a smoke on cargo that will allow you to cross through the middle a lot safer. Now, the smokes have changed a bit, and even before there was an issue with them sometimes not covering an area, it's pretty realistic to be that way. But yeah, this one will allow you to come into the middle a lot safer, and you'll be able to push this and even potentially cap on the objective that's here. So very useful, and also know as a defender that, to look out for this. This smoke here will allow you to cross to the right side of the map here without having to worry about being shot, because the attackers can see you pretty much immediately on this objective if you try to cross here without a smoke. So this is a good smoke to use to go ahead and cross there. The next one is here on Subway, and you throw it up here at the top of these stairs to block off the right side so that you can come out and check the left side, which is where people commonly hide in the little dark corner here you'll see in just a second. So this doesn't fully cover it, and I would say to go ahead and practice these smokes. Some of these have changed since the new update, so they're not perfect anymore how they worked for me before, but they do work very similar. To allow you to get to places a lot safer. This is another one in the same little area, just showing you how you can use it instead of just to block off a whole area, to block off a specific position. There's a little position here behind the barrels, and instead of having to check this as you check around the corner, you can just leave it there and not worry about it until the smoke disappears. Here's another smoke. This one's really hard to see, but it's on Subway again, where you're coming out here at the tracks, and you can come out and there's a lot of angles the direction that smoke is, so that blocks off a lot. Here on Downfall, you expose yourself to two buildings. The Volk 1 and 2 is what we call them, when you're coming out of the valley here. So a good way to block off that Volk 1 or the building on the left is to throw a couple of smokes. It'll also help you a little bit, depending on how you throw it, with the Central Hotel, which is that building you see in between them. So you can actually do this with one, but I did it with two here just to make sure that it covered, so I didn't have to do it a whole bunch of times. Not that it's hard, but I haven't practiced in a while, so this is something that you will have to practice, but just practice it a few times in pubs, and you'll quickly get used to it. But yeah, once you get to a certain point with the smokes that I threw, you are kind of visible, but not for near as long as you would be otherwise. This is another example. This is just a random smoke that I threw. I thought about it while I was making this video, and I was like, you know what, this is a good example of how you could use it actively in the moment. Once you practice, you really get better at throwing them on the fly. So that's about it. If you have any particular questions about this, let me know down in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. And thanks for watching. Nate Dizzy.